The judge banged his gavel loudly and demanded order in the courtroom. The Marine sniper, Kevin Ware, had just been found guilty of murdering his commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Robert Barber. The evidence against him was overwhelming, and there was no doubt that he would be sentenced to death. But what no one expected to happen next sent shockwaves through the entire courtroom. It was something completely unthinkable. Just before the judge was about to pass the sentence, the German Shepherd that had been sitting patiently beside Kevin suddenly leaped onto the table, barked furiously at the judge, and then did the most unthinkable thing. As soon as the verdict was announced, Kevin's wife began crying uncontrollably. She couldn't believe that her husband, a decorated war hero, had been found guilty of murder. But then she noticed something strange. His German Shepherd, who had been sitting quietly by his side throughout the trial, suddenly jumped onto the defense table and started barking furiously at the judge. Everyone in the courtroom was stunned. No one could believe what they were seeing. Kevin himself was taken aback by his dog's sudden outburst, but he quickly regained his composure and tried to calm the animal down. However, the German Shepherd wouldn't stop barking, and it became clear that something was very wrong. As the commotion continued, Kevin's wife, unable to contain herself any longer, began sobbing uncontrollably. The judge, realizing the gravity of the situation, banged his gavel loudly, demanding order in the courtroom. He had never seen anything like this before and wasn't sure how to proceed. But then the unthinkable happened. As the judge leaned forward to try to make sense of the situation, the German Shepherd suddenly jumped off the table and ran towards the woman in the gallery. Everyone gasped as they watched in suspense, wondering what the dog would do next. But instead of attacking anyone, the German Shepherd simply jumped up on the woman and licked her face repeatedly. It was clear that the dog wasn't aggressive, but rather trying to comfort her. Still, the judge was furious and ordered the dog to be removed from the courtroom. As it was led away, the German Shepherd continued to bark furiously, clearly distressed by the situation. All eyes were on Kevin, who looked as shocked as everyone else. No one could understand why his dog had suddenly become so agitated, or what it was trying to communicate. But as the trial resumed, a strange thing happened. Despite all the evidence against him, the jury began to have doubts about Kevin's guilt. They had heard the testimony of multiple witnesses who had placed the rifle used in the murder in Kevin's hands, but they couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Was it possible that an innocent man was on trial for his life? Or was Kevin Ware truly a cold-blooded killer? Suddenly, the jury reached out to the judge and asked to hear the evidence once again. This was highly unusual, but the judge agreed to their request. As the trial got back underway, it became clear that the jury was no longer convinced of Kevin's guilt. They had heard enough. They acquitted him of murder, and he was set free. No one was quite sure why the jury had made this decision, but some believed that the German Shepherd's strange behavior had played a role. After all, if the dog didn't attack Kevin, then surely he couldn't be guilty of murder, right? In the aftermath of the trial, Kevin and his wife were overjoyed to be reunited with their beloved German Shepherd. They knew that the dog had saved them by refusing to testify against its owner. But they also couldn't help but wonder why the dog had done what it did. Was it just a coincidence? Or was there more to the story? As time went on, Kevin and his wife grew closer than ever before. They had been through so much together, and their bond was unbreakable. And although the future was still uncertain, they knew that they would face whatever challenges came their way as long as they had each other and their faithful German Shepherd by their side. It was during one of these quiet moments that Kevin's wife confessed something to her husband that she had been hiding. She told him that she had actually trained the German Shepherd to jump on people when they were in danger. She had taught the dog to protect its owner at all costs, even if it meant disobeying the law. She had never imagined that the training would come in handy, but she was glad that she had prepared her dog for any situation. Kevin was surprised but grateful to learn this. He had no idea that his wife had trained the German Shepherd in this way, but he understood why she had done it. He knew that she loved him and their dog, and she would do anything to protect them. The couple then decided to take their German Shepherd to obedience school, where they learned even more ways to train their dog and make it an even better protector. They also learned how to control the dog's behavior and make sure it only acted when they wanted it to. With each passing day, the German Shepherd became an even more integral part of their family. It was not just a pet, but a loyal and brave protector. Kevin and his wife knew that they were lucky to have such a special dog in their lives. The incident in the courtroom had been a traumatic experience for everyone involved, but it had also been a reminder of the incredible bond between a man and his best friend. In the years that followed, Kevin and his wife continued to train their German Shepherd, and the dog eventually became a certified therapy animal. It visited hospitals and nursing homes, bringing joy to people who needed it the most. The dog's bravery and loyalty were well known in the community, and it was often called upon to help in times of need. One day, a local news station did a segment on the German Shepherd, and the story quickly went viral. People from all over the country reached out to Kevin and his wife to learn more about their amazing dog. The couple was happy to share their story and help promote the German Shepherd breed. They also used the opportunity to raise money for animal charities and help animals in need. Through it all, the German Shepherd remained humble and grateful for the love and attention it received. It never forgot the lessons it had learned from its owner, and it continued to be a loyal and obedient companion. As the years passed, Kevin and his wife grew older, but their love for each other and their German Shepherd only grew stronger. They knew that they had been blessed to have each other in their lives, and they were grateful for every moment they spent together. And so the story of Kevin, his wife, and their German Shepherd serves as a reminder of the incredible bond that can exist between a man and his best friend. It's a story of loyalty, bravery, and love, and it's one that will continue to inspire people for years to come. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this German Shepherd? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on amazing animals. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.